Hi, I am P.Revathi. I am working as Assistant Professor in SNS College of Engineering in Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. Today we are going to discuss the topic about Entity Relationship Model. ER model. The overall logical structure of a database can be expressed graphically using ER diagrams. Features of ER model. This is used to give structure to the data. This model can be evolved independent of any DBMS. It is an aid for database design. It is easy to visualize and understand. The entity relationship model is a conceptual framework used to describe and structure the data of a system. It visually represents entities, their attributes, and relationship between those entities. ER models are commonly used in a database design to represent and organize data requirements before creating a database. Entity set, attributes, relational sets. Entity sets. An entity is a thing or an object in a real world. For example, person, car, house, book, publisher, etc. Attributes. The properties that describe an entity are called attributes. Customer is an entity. Customer ID, customer name, city are called attributes. An attribute can be classified into various types: simple attribute, composite attribute, single valued attribute, multi-valued attributes, derived attributes. Simple attribute. An attribute that cannot be divided into further subparts. For example, roll number, account number, etc. Composite attributes. An attribute that can be divided into a set of subparts. For example, customer name divided into first name, middle name, last name. Address. Address is divided into street, city, pin code. Single valued attribute. An attribute having only one value in a particular entity. For example, in a customer entity, name, ID, street or single valued attribute. Multi-valued attribute. An attribute having more than one value for a particular entity. Example, customer is an entity, phone number is an attribute. Student entity. Hobby, reading, music, painting, etc. These are all the attributes. Derived attribute. An attribute that is derived from other related attributes or entities. Example, age of a customer entity set is derived from the attribute date of birth of a customer. Relationship set. Relationship is an association among several entities. For example, person and company relationship. Person works for company. Person is an entity. Company is an entity. Person works for company. Works for is a relationship between person and then company. Person entity contains person ID, person name, person address. Company entity contains company ID, company name, company address. Types of relationships. Unary relationship. An unary relationship exists when an association is maintained within a single entity. For example, boss and worker are two employees. Manage is association.